Imagine you're playing white in this position. You only have a pawn left, and it seems like black is a bit faster in making a queen, and it's hard to stop this pawn due to the side opposition. So how can we save this game as white? If we just move the king, let's say, to a4, it looks like this might be a draw because both sides queen right after each other. But there's a huge problem for white. The king and the queen are too far apart, and the king's on the side. Queen a1 check wins the game for black because no matter where we move, it's a skewer. Uh-oh. So where we move the king seems to matter. How about we fix that? King a5, this surely works, right? f5, we have a pawn race again, but now queen a1 doesn't work because king b6. And easy draw, we're safe. But every move might have a drawback. After king a5 in this line, black has an amazing way to win the game. Instead of playing f3, black will play king c5, b6, and king c6. Black spends 2 tempo trying to stop the pawn. So white's like, okay, you spend 2 tempo, surely I can spend 1 and still draw or even win, right? No. Black's point was to draw this king into an ambush. Even though this time white queens first, black queens with a check. And now white has no moves. If they go to a7, this is checkmate. And if they go to a5, now this king controls these 2 squares, so black can win by forcing the king to get skewered. And this is game over. So king a5 and king a4 doesn't work, and king a3 also doesn't work for the same exact reason. Is there any hope for white here? Well, when one door closes, another one opens, and it's up to us to find it and walk through it. The only saving move for white is king b3. Trying to go here. That makes sense. f5, king c2. It's a draw because we're trying to block the pawn, and if they go king e3, now we can push the pawn, and there are no tricky checks, and white draws comfortably. But wait, there's more. Instead of playing f5, black plays king d3, a good move, continuing the side opposition. Now, what can white do? We can't stop the pawn, right? Once again, we gotta keep finding new opportunities. The addition of these 2 moves has given white the drawing move. Can you see it? It's the mysterious king a2. The only move that draws. How? Because this move does 3 things. Number 1, it makes way for the pawn. Number 2, after the pawn race, black has no more back rank check. Because of these 2 moves, the king now actually controls a1. So this is a draw. And number 3, our king still retains the chance of stopping the pawn because we're in the box potentially. After f5, b4, if they try to stop our pawn, now we have the opportunity to cast the pawn. We first sacrifice this pawn, forcing the king away, and now king b3. And not only do we have opposition, we're also comfortably in the box, and this is a draw.